So, I have nothing planned for this video. I'm just gonna start talking and see what happens. Look at this little cute hairstyle in this cute little bodysuit. I just got it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, my nipple. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm in the mood for a YouTube video. What could I potentially talk about? If you want to change your mind, you can change your life because your thoughts create your reality. So you have to start by realizing what your thoughts are every day. Most of our thoughts are the same thoughts that we thought yesterday, and it just repeats. It's a repetitive thing. We just think about the same things all the time. We have to be able to view our thoughts as clouds passing by. And, not all of our thoughts are true or valid. They might be things that we've just found reasons to believe them, but you can find reasons to also not believe them. So if you tell yourself every day that you're a weak-ass bitch, and then you think of all the reasons why you're a weak-ass bitch, well, I skipped a workout this day, and, I didn't do this day, you'll find reasons. But it's better if you find the reasons why you're not a weak-ass bitch. Think of all the reasons. You'll find them. You'll find reasons to support whatever you want to believe. So you should probably believe in something positive so that you can create a future that's positive. So now you tell yourself, you hear the thought, I'm a weak-ass bitch. And then you go and you look for all the reasons that you are not. And you think, actually, I am a person who is strong and doesn't back down from a challenge. I'm actually strong mentally and physically. And then you live your life like a person who is strong mentally and physically. Easier said than done, but it starts today with your thoughts right now. Just be aware of them. And also, this is something I did for a while. I was like a bully. My thoughts were like a bully. And then when I was trying to change my thoughts, my thought patterns, I bullied myself then too. And I was like hard on myself with my thoughts. And I was like, oh my God, why is my mind so weak? Why do I think these things? And then I would beat myself up about my own thoughts. I would judge my thoughts. The thing is, you gotta make friends with your thoughts. Just see it as a friendly conversation. Like, oh, I don't look good without makeup. It's a thought, but it doesn't have to be one that you give any power. So you say something like that thought runs through your head, and then you go, actually, I'm quite beautiful without makeup. And, there's ways I can make myself better without makeup. Things to work on, to improve, like maybe a better skincare routine. And you say, okay, yeah, that's very true. There are ways we can improve it, but it doesn't mean that it's true. And we also don't talk to ourselves like that. We don't say things like we're ugly, ever. Because that's not what you would say to a friend. But it's okay you had that thought. It's fine. It's just a thought. People have crazy thoughts. Doesn't mean they're true. People just think of insane things. Our minds are they're just going, they're random. Doesn't mean that we're gonna act on these thoughts. So that's the difference, really. I guess, is turning them into reality. shutting them down before that happens, realizing what thoughts you want to make real and which ones you don't. It's really powerful what you are thinking about, because it does, like I said, it creates your reality that you're in. And so if you constantly are in a lack mindset, for example, and every time you use your toothpaste, you just use a little bit because you know you're gonna have to buy more, and you're living in lack, then you will live in lack because your mindset and your energy is in that, it's at that level. It's at that frequency. And so you have to live like you're abundant, and you have to believe that. And every time you spend money, you say it comes back to me tenfold. You really believe it. And you know that, you know, money is energy, and it can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you use it. And so you need to change your thoughts if you have issues with how you feel about money. If you think that only bad people have money, or you have to work yourself into the ground to get money, then that's what it will be for you. That's what your reality will be for you, because that's what you believe. But if you truly believe that you are an abundant person, and you know that you're gonna do good things with that money, you're gonna put the energy into good, positive things that make your life better and make others' lives better, then that's the energy that you'll put out and the frequency you'll put out, and you will become abundant. But you have to believe it 100%, and it takes time. So if you've been raised poor your whole life, and so your thoughts are, money is something that I don't have access to, you know, thoughts like that, then that's what it is for you. And so there has to be a way that you change it, and it has to start in your mind. And that's just an example, and it's a very good one, because most people do struggle with that mindset that comes with money. And a lot of people are limited. They limit themselves in how much they can make and what's available to them. And so it's just a matter of speaking to yourself in the right way, and also living as if you already have these things. You already are this type of person. And so when you bully yourself, you're doing the opposite. You're like breaking yourself down, and you're living in a way that probably goes along with that. So like if you tell yourself you're fat in the mirror and you believe it, then you're the type of person who identifies as a fat person, which means that when you go to cook something or eat something, you say, what does a fat person eat? And you're gonna keep, you know, doing actions that go along with that mindset. But if you tell yourself, I'm not a fat person, you know, I'm just a person who eats food. You could make it as simple as that. Or you could tell yourself that you're a person who loves themselves and feeds yourself with only the most nutritious foods that make you feel good, and you fuel your body. And that's what food is to you. It's fuel for getting through your day, and you know, your body is a temple, and you treat it as such. You start thinking like that, then when you go to make yourself a meal, you're gonna think, what is a person who loves themselves and respects their body, takes care of themselves, what do they eat? And then you start to make better choices, because your language in your head about food is coming from a place that's deeper than your fat. It's nourishment, it's energy, it's the new version of you that you aspire to be, that you can be right now. So you can be the person that you want to be in the future. You can be it right now, and you have to, in order to become that, you have to start doing the things that they would do right now. So what do you want to become? And you can figure out what you want to become because you'll typically see it in others and be envious of it or really appreciate it or inspired by it. It comes in different ways. If you're really far from where you want to be, you will probably be envious of it. It will come across as envy, and you'll see somebody doing something or looking a certain way, and you'll just fucking not like them. But if you dig deeper into why you don't like them, it's because they have something that you don't have that you want. Because if you didn't want it, you wouldn't care. You would just see them doing their thing and you'd be like, they're fucking hot. Good for them. But instead, you're like, can't stop looking at them, and you're like, whatever ugly, terrible, rude thoughts you have about them, you probably talk that way to yourself too. And so it's a good way to figure out what you actually do want if you don't know for sure. What are you envious of? When you go out in public and you see people doing different things, you see people with lots of money, you see people with nice cars, nice titties, whatever it is, and you realize that you are envious of it, it's because you want that. It's very simple. And so now you know what you want to become, so you start thinking like a person who has that or is that, and you make actionable steps, but it starts in your mind, and it starts by believing that you're worthy of it and knowing that that's what you want. So you have a direction to go, and it might not even be a physical thing. It might be a feeling. And to me, those are the most powerful. So let's say you want to feel love. You want to feel like intense love for someone or feel loved by someone. So you sit and you imagine what that love would feel like for you. It would feel safe. It would feel so bright and happy and warm and exciting. And it's going to feel different for everybody. Everybody has different ideas of what like true love feels like. But you sit in that, you imagine it. And your thoughts about that, about what you want that to be like, it starts to be something that you could really feel for yourself, and you can match it on an energetic level, which draws it in towards you, and it helps you be in the energy so you can become a person who has that. So you'll become that person before it happens. And this is why when you finally reach a goal, it doesn't feel as crazy as you thought it would feel when you reach it, because you already were prepared mentally for it before it happened. And sometimes it's the best part is planning it and daydreaming about it and the journey to get there. Because then when you have that big goal, it's there, it's yours. It's like, what do I do now? But yeah, I got off track. So embody what you want to be, who you want to be right now, and make sure that your thoughts and actions align with that. And it's going to take time. If you've been eating junk food and, not keeping your word, not respecting yourself for your whole life, beating yourself up for your whole life, then it's going to take time to break that pattern, and it's not going to be perfect. Especially when you're first learning to actually view your thoughts as clouds floating by. Because normally we just have thoughts, and that's just what we do. You think about it, and it's just your mind, and you think that that's who you are and what you are, but you can change it. You can create your thoughts. You can decide which ones have power and which ones don't. So it just takes being really aware of that. And once again, it helps to write them down, your thoughts, and realize which ones keep coming back and which ones you want to keep and which ones you don't. So yeah, I believe that embodying it and feeling it is the most powerful thing you can do. I know it's difficult when you've never felt it before, but you can literally imagine it. Like you can sit there and close your eyes and like just think about how it would feel to have, like, for example, someone love you and you love them, like that, the love that you crave, that you've always wanted. And you can fully embody that. And if you're really fully in it, a lot of times it will bring intense emotion. Like it will just make you fucking bawl your eyes out because it's so beautiful, the feeling of it. And before, I know this is just an example, but before you think about the love from someone else, I hope that you think about the love for yourself. And it's going to be the same type of feeling. So maybe that'll help you learn how to love yourself too. Think about that love that you crave with someone and the way it would feel, and have that love for yourself. Make yourself feel that love. Give yourself that feeling. So you can give yourself that feeling of love right now. And your actions and your thoughts determine that. So this is a part of loving yourself as well. It's probably the biggest part of it, is making sure that we're filtering the thoughts that aren't love. And make sure we're not bullying ourselves, because you would never bully somebody that you love. So it just starts with a few thoughts, simple, being aware of a few simple thoughts and changing them. And you're gonna keep doing this every day until you don't have to edit them anymore. There will be other thoughts that you'll have to edit and change as you go on. But like, let's say there's a few ones that you notice that you keep thinking that are just really unhealthy for you to keep telling yourself. Just beating yourself up day after day. Those are the ones you want to focus on first and rewrite them. So you edit them. You edit them just like you would go in and edit a text message that you messed up. Just like you would edit anything that's not how you want it, that's not good enough for you. Because you deserve the best, and you deserve the best thoughts, self-talk, because you're amazing. And there's a reason why you're here. And you are special and gifted and unique. And the chance of you being here on Earth is really small. You should look it up. It's fucking crazy. I mean, just think about all the little spermies. And you were one of those little spermies. And you fucking made it. Just that alone is fucking ridiculous to comprehend. So to think that you deserve to bully yourself all day and bring yourself down is absolutely insane. Like, your life is a gift. You're a gift to anybody who encounters you. You're a gift to yourself. And you only get one life as you. You only get one shot in your body, with your family, with the way you were raised, in the place that you live, the people you've loved, the people you will love. Just your life the way it is. Even if you don't like a lot of things about it, you have the capability to change that and make it something that you like. It's like a blank slate, and you get to paint whatever you want on that. It's your story. You get to write the pages, and if you don't like the things that you didn't have control of, that's fine, because there's a lot of things that you do have control of, and the biggest one is your mind. You have control of your mind and how you look at things. And you can look at life through the lens of being a victim, or you can look at life through the lens of being a victor. And you can be victorious. You can have whatever you want. If you believe, you can. So just believe you can. And it's not that simple. It's not easy. It is that simple, but it's not that easy. Just takes time. But like, think about yourself in a year from now. If you start working on those thoughts right now, your life will be completely different. You will be completely different. To me, it's the most worthwhile thing you can do. And you don't need any money to do it. You don't need any person to help you do it. You can literally do it right now. And your life can start changing immediately. And I just hope that you can find a way to talk nicely to yourself and see the truth of your potential and who you really are. Because you're beautiful. You are, inside and out. And I think it's time that you see that. Thank you for watching.